Hello everybody, I'm Slayer, and welcome back to, wait for it,
Danganronpa.
Super Happy Havoc. This is part 28. I said I'd be coming back to this because I want to finish this. So let's get into this. I said I'd come back and do this, so let's do this. Okay, so where we last left off, you already know, because you probably watched my last part, so I'm going to do it again. So we're checking out all the areas that we need to investigate. Places that are locked, places that have to do with the crime or the mystery. So, for now, we checked the garden, we checked the dojo. Next place we need to check is the biolab, because that's connected to the mystery of the school, so it might have some clues. And it also has some clues about that tarp that was in the garden, so we might need some info. Okay, well here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, check out everything. I'm surprised this Spans camera can work with how cold it is in here. Dude, there's icicles hanging from the monitor. First, check everything that's here. Oh, it's so cold. Why is it so cold in here? That's the first thing I need to figure out. There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. Okay. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. I've seen something like this before. Ah, that's it. I've seen this in kind of horror movies and stuff. It's like a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. Okay. Well, let's check out the lights. All these. There's some kind of weird machine or something built in the wall. On the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. Only if some lights are on. The ones on the left and the right hand lights are off. Check both sides. This one, I've seen them on crimes. So is everyone is this? So is everyone who's died? Is that Muko's body disappeared from the garden? Could it be in here? I need to check, but I have no idea how to open this thing. Okay, maybe this has information. Oh, there's some kind of weird booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer a eco-friendly alternative and standard dry ice for all cafeteria needs. In addition to germicide lamps, and we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver. What am I saying? It's cadaver. And the blue light will let you know the automated systems have been activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimal settings. For a system, anyone could keep by as long as you need, and in the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate, an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is an instruction manual for the fridge. But looking around, I think I get it. Seems clear to me now. It's some kind of makeshift morgue. Okay. Biolab secret. Okay. About those lights in each slot. Okay. It looks like it's that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on, which would mean inside each slot lit up in blue, another one of the victims is. Okay. Biolab lights. Okay. I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the messenger. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Okay, so let's check who's died. For 9. So there's Sayaka, Leon, Chihiro, Mondo. So that's 4. Bafumi, Taka, and then Celeste. Oh, don't forget Junko. So that would be 8. And then Sakura. So that's 9. And Muko would be 10. But there's 9 slots, so one die is missing. Okay, let me just check to make sure. Okay, well the tarp I need to check. There's a stack of tarps. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. Okay, leave the area. I guess I don't check it. Okay. I guess I'll check them later. Okay. What's the next place that I need to check? Data center. In the headmaster's area, so...
Hey, Makoto!
Mako, are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door.
Yeah!
So I figured, if all the doors in school have been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
But...
Although I couldn't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? And that really sucks, so you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Okay. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Tina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than expected. Ah, this is so cool. I love this. This technology, it looks so cool. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was, whoa, this place is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Okay, so there's a hatch and a control panel. So let's check this. The floor is a Monokuma too. There's some kind of hatch in there. But right now I'm most concerned about that weird device. Not me, but okay.
What the heck?
I mean, every part of the school leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Just a second!
This place is like #1 gross. It's in a whole different league of creepy. It's true. Look at that. That whole screen right there, it looks like Monokuma's... These screens have Monokuma plasters. Like Monokuma's face. Everything's designed to look like Monokuma. Desks. Everything. Okay, where's this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though. Like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like mech cockpit, right? Tafumi'd probably freak out if you saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean...
Okay!
Right, let's start poking it at it or whatever. I'm going to start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just... Was that supposed to make a noise? Whatever, something like this. But it was too late. You know, Ray jabbed away at the control panel. Oh, now I hear a noise. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Yeah, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says Data Center. Data Center? I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of the room next to it. And just like Tina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. Data Center. It's right next door. We're just in. That's weird. That's where the strange noise came from. I'll probably go check. Better check.
Yeah!
Yeah, please, I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now. So I'll just hear you on from here, over here. Okay, well I guess I'll check out the noise. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that a Monokuma? Yep. Hey. Square, give me all your... Give me all your donuts. Give me all your donuts. Is that you, Hina?
What?
What? Aw, man, busted. How did you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera setup? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
I guess what I found, the self-destruct button. Whatever you do, do not push it.
Too bad.
Aw, man. Were you seriously going to push it? Anyway, I guess that sells it. The room with the Makuma drawing on it and the control panel side. Harry. Yeah, I okay. 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 I'm getting Hina out of there. Oh, hey, Mako. What the heck was that just now? Makuma. Huh? What do you mean? What are you controlling just now? It was Makuma. Makuma? What, for real? Yep, it looks like that panel definitely controls Makuma, which means the mastermind has been controlling Makuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Makuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey.
she proved the point where the mastermind can't monitor and control Makuma at the same time. Okay. Kyoko's theory is right. Okay, so a body's missing. Somebody's not dead. Dead. They tried to frame Makoto and Kyoko, and we already know that everyone else has airtight alibis, so who else?
But
If the mastermind's been controlling Makuma from here, then that means they've been inside this school the whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true, 16 students. Then the mastermind, Makuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student? No, it can't be. There's no way, right? Okay, Makuma's control room has been added to your truth bullets section of your handbook. What's wrong, Mako? I don't like that look. I don't like that face you're making. Oh no, it's nothing. Oh, okay. What about you? Is everything okay?
Cause, I mean...
Oh, well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up kind of traps or something. I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. So like, you wanna leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. Can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you wanna get going? Yeah. I guess we'll get going. I mean, we haven't checked the... As soon as the door to his data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? At the door, it just locked on its own. What? My hand sought out to grab the doorknob. Right, it's locked, but why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Makuma.
Just a second.
Hey, no fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey.
Sure, Ben. It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I wouldn't be able to move around. Imagine how desperate everyone would get if the school mascot just upped and stopped moving. Okay. So, we didn't see Byakuya or Toko in the room. So there's no way... Or freaking... So there's no way they're controlling it. Then that room...
Yep.
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now, you're being operated by somebody in the room?
Yes, indeed.
Correct,
You're a
Amanda.
liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there, and we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Hoo-hoo-hoo. Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? No way. The hatch on the floor? Woohoo, too bad. That was one big chance and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course, that hatch couldn't be open from the outside anyway. So wait. So how'd you duck in there? Or get into there? To hide, then. I'm so confused. Now that this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace. He's gone, but
So,
has he done the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
huh?
Then, when I said we should leave, well, that hatch couldn't be opened from outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of our time that we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you got me all motivated.
You
again.
got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later. Tina took off in the full sprint. And I have to do what I can too. That's the only way to move forward. Okay, Headmaster's room. Let's go. Ricardo. This is the Headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this may be my first time seeing it for myself. Oh, Makoto, it's you. Oh, Byakuya. Okay. Check out everything. There are trophies, even a shield and display case. I'm checking out everything. I'm not leaving any stone unturned. Even in the Headmaster's room, there is a monitor. Spans camera. There's a file. Papers. Some documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. So that, the bookshelf. The bookshelf seems really well made. It's filled with files and thick books. Let me see what he... Oh, you came at the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? First, let me see.
Come on.
Hey, Makoto.
Not possible.
Don't ignore me. You think I'll forgive that just because you're you?
Such
Let me
ignorance.
get out of here. Remember this. What is this? Telltale Games now? Okay, fine. I'll talk to you. What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. I was going to take a look at it. It was on top of that particular Astanius desk. Whatever. Class 78, student register. It contains profiles for all of us. And Mukuro.
So in other words,
Apparently Class 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room,
I
they also
see.
had... That's right. They also mentioned Class 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in here along with hers,
In other words,
there can be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Kusaba, the 16th student. Watch out for her. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems Kyoko was in a hurry. Oh, what do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
so in other words,
In other words, when it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report, but put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what
Interesting.
kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. Do you realize he complimented Kyoko's father? I wonder if Yakuya figured out he complimented frickin' Kyoko's father, because that would be hilarious to see his reaction. That means I was half listening to Yakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro repeatedly reappeared suddenly, and in the background entity floats, close but it's just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. So that's where she got the information. She read that, but she couldn't take it with her. Okay. Right now I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. So she didn't have any wounds or scars before she entered Hope's Peak. So that's going to be used against somebody. Like, that's going to prove something and be like, the fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But I decide she's a danger to other students. I will force to take all responsible measures. Mukuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmasters seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was?
What?
What's wrong with Mukuro? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file that you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before. A girl who seems to be included as part of our class. 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about the girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches and 97 pounds. And it's even lists her vitals. 3-1, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do you think? Are you asking me if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
I agree with Yakuya there. You're a hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the courts and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean? Wait, is he trying to say there's a chance that isn't actually Mukuro? That there's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? No, that can't be true because there's like, let me see something. I feel like somebody faked the death. Somebody faked the death. 5 feet 7 inches. Isn't that this? Okay, Junko. Okay, Juko. Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but possible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm.
It's all
it.
clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's envoy. Okay. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her.
In other
The
words,
cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch. But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. Well, I think I know what I need to know here. Okay, so I searched this floor. Nothing on the third floor, looks like. Anything on the second floor? No. I think now the last thing that I need to search is the second floor of dorms. The gate's open. You can finally check out the second floor of dorms, which means I have to do it. Okay. This is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like a frickin' battlefield. It looks like some ancient ruins. No, it's, yeah, battlefield. Like a bomb blew up here or something. There's some old blood. Ugh. So a lot of people died here. This bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even a bed anymore. It's just garbage. I'm still getting coins, even though even though it's not going to be useful. I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hidden bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Okay. Search everything. This is the girls' bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. Okay. Okay, that's weird. This is so weird. Why is the bathroom the only place that looks like it's intact? Because that looks like a nice bathroom. Good. There's some sort of eye over there. Kind of reminds me of Doki Doki Literature Club. With that third eye theory or third eye stuff. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for Hope Speak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Check everything. There's a metal plate on the locker. I really don't know why that's inside, but there's no way. Okay. Checking everything. I can't imagine any way to get enough. I'm not even going to bother trying. Okay. There's a metal plate. There's no way to get it open. Bust it up. There's so many. Okay. Okay. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, lock. There's a card reader installed on this sword. That must be how you get the locker. After all, it's very similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your handbook, Jill. So does that mean, well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then, no lock. Maybe the other lockers, maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Maybe. I wonder if I can open this locker. I'm checking out every locker for card reading. Can I open now? Checking every locker to see if these lockers can read my card. Freaking e-handbook. I think this is the last locker. Come on. No luck. Okay. Yep. Okay. So far, nothing. Okay. Check out this. This room doesn't really have a feel like a student's room. It's more like an adult
Correct.
atmosphere. It's the headmaster's private room. Yoga.
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I've decided to check out one more time. Oh, regret. Okay, there's some sort of weird little door. You can see there's like a secret door there. There's a suspicious looking chair. I don't know why. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Some kind of design mistake or construction defect or something.
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out.
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space. Does that mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know is that it's probably made up of letters or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right. That's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. But I think how much time I wasted on this. Okay. Well, let's check everything. Let's check this chair. Lever chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's. It's a nice chair. This is home to your computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Okay. Okay. There's a PC on this, Mr. Headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still had some research results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However...
There's not much though. Nothing we don't know right now.
In other words...
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. The group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best he can do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
Correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. Okay, ultimate despair. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there might be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Really, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. If Kyoko can't figure out, no way do I stand a chance. No wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of. Maybe, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hadn't tried it. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password, knowing how she is, I bet the idea never occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it? Just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name, but if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Mako, don't be. I already know your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, he does nothing. I collect myself, then turn to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in, well, it opened up. What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked.
why?
Kyoko? She, without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko? Let's go in there, Makoto. We need to explore everything. Hey, Kyoko? I may as well not have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. Present? Wrapped and covered with such joy? That's what made it so unusual. I don't want to check that present. Even I feel it. I better check out that suspicious present before I do anything. No, I don't want to check it. Fine. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why? You think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it was what... If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway,
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by every step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside her. Kyoko's device was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Ooh, what was in the box? It was bones, human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could possibly imagine?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? Just as you thought. How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there, human
Wrong.
bones. Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling that it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. The dead guy in the box? My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box? Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least, what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she'd been searching for? Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. Yeah. Somewhere still in the school. There's only 16 students now, so well, Chieko said the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to
In
say
other words,
that most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. But no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to be calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe at some point she wanted to be proven wrong, which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties, but was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself. I did it knowing... Would she really given up that pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Hidden room present. Okay, that's added to the truth bullets. Okay, well, I need to search everything. The headmaster says it's probably hiding some kind of clues, so I really want to check it, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
hey,
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like.
because...
Sure? Never let anything get in the way of investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But the last drawer... Oh, is this? It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. Ooh. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words,
A handbook with no limitations given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably
it would
right.
seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? No, but Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. And I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Okay. Let's check the drawer and then the picture. This filing cabinet seems like a place where you find a clue. I should take a closer look. But I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger touching your dad's stuff.
Hey,
It's fine, check whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each drawer one by one, starting from top to bottom. All I found was piles and piles of unread documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
well,
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy, instead he left it all behind.
now, if...
If he couldn't handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. Okay. The photo. This picture. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko.
Why would you...
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free from the past, and yet... to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Man, they look so happy together. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time he even stole my only opportunity. I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Both Kyoko and the headmaster.
Hey,
Listen, Makoto. Huh? can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you of this. And I know it's only inconvenience you that... It'll only inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey.
Could you leave? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko. Don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little.
Just a
I need to
second.
get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before that the relationship you had with your dad are you only connected by blood, but not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be solved with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway...
Once I've gotten myself under control, I'll return to investigating the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. I'll see you later. Okay. Well... Is she really okay? Kyoko must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. Shut up. I know you're important, but shut up. Okay, we're wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is the students. Well, the students, whoever it is, 15 of us met in the main hall. Add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16. Including me, 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Sayaka, Junko, Leon, Hiro, Mando, God damn it, so fast. Even Mukuro. That was so fast. I can't. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones that are still left alive are me, Yakia, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Okay, you have to figure out then, Makoto. Okay. So this is for emergencies, right? So this handbook, so that means it might be used for these lockers. I wonder if I can open. No. Alright, no luck. Maybe. Hey. Aha! What about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. Then just do it. Handbook, rain across the carrier, and... Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we got inside. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. Okay. Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? Is this a crystal ball? Not crystal ball. No, it can't be. There's no way he would ever use this locker. It's just not possible. That's what you think. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order, and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is did do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I look inside the notebook, any sense of uneasiness I may have had had evaporated. What? Yasuhiro! There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Gagare. Yasuhiro Gakure? I don't know. What? Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained large number of notes for a variety of different classes. Which would mean he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us. And we were all sucked into this evil world. We never even had a chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Okay. So let's check out the other. I took the emergency handbook. Looks like this locker open. Now let's see what's there. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Check everything. I took the emergency handbook, ran across the corridor. Looks like the locker open. Now let's see what got inside. This thing is practically empty, except for one thing. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure who it is. But there's some kind of writing inside. It could be important. Unlike violating the owner's privacy, but I better take a look. Looks like girl's handwriting. And all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the handbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope Speak Academy into shelter and isolate the students here in the communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly, and it just so happens to be the headmaster and my father, Kyoko. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world, to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was. And I knew exactly who the pocketbook was. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since she left when she was little. Okay. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question marks spin through my mind. It just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. Fuck. Damn it. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Okay. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. A second despair. Okay. But the more I see, the less it makes sense, because these lockers, I mean, they belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in these lockers that look like they belong to people here? Notebook that belongs to Hiro? Pocketbook that belongs to Yoko? There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving and investigate further. And I have to believe in everyone. Okay. Well, handbook. Looks like the locker. See what's inside. Nope. Didn't find a clue. What about this? Didn't see anything. Last locker. Didn't see anything. Okay. Oh boy. Shit. Wait.
This is a school. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely?
Fuck off.
Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASAP.
Okay. What? Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious. There's no doubt about this. This could be a trap. Even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Oh, Hero. Oh, hey, Hero.
Makoto?
Oh, why do you act so surprised?
No reason.
You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say?
I
just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You ready to talk to him? What do you say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hero, wait. There's no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hero? It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Okay. Well, I guess I gotta check this out. Looks like I'm the only one here. Okay, get on with it.
I am Monokuma!
Hello, welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final hit? Well, it just so happens to be in that envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope? I find this suspicious. Ready for the final hit? It's in that envelope in the ground in front of you. Okay. I find this suspicious. This must be the envelope. Just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Maku's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and I opened it. What I found was a single photograph. Oh, great. There's Celeste, Mondo, Neon, Mukuro, Sayaka, Yashihiro, Sakura, Ifumi, frickin', I forgot your name, Taka. There's frickin' Juko, Chihiro, Yoko, Toko, and Hina and Byakuya. So I'm not in this photo, or I'm behind someone. Nope, don't see me. Featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who come to all speak at the same time as me. Hey, wait, but there's someone behind that? She's the only one I didn't recognize. Wait, that's not true, I do recognize her. That's right, when Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room, we were looking at the file. Muko Ikusaba? And this girl is... What? Why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? And even more than that, just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope Peak Academy. So it's natural for me not to be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else in the picture, I thought everyone was like me, and I didn't know each other until they got here. But if this picture is real, then could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you going to keep up this rambling circle of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
Now I'm getting in the way, standing there, you know? Trying to get out. But
How strange.
I told you I'm not fielding any questions. How would you
Unbelievable.
be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally left field. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. Group photo. Okay. So then, all I found in the gym was even more confusing. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. How does this count as a hint? It just made me more confused. Is that what Makuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looks so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone else but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly? That's to clear all this up. No, I have to clear this all. Okay, well, let's see what we have. Hina's in the dining hall. It seems like. Byakuya's in the archive. Yasuhiro's in the garden. Toko's in the lab. I should talk with everyone. Okay. So this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. Makoto! Sorry, I gotta go. What? She ran off so fast, I didn't even have time to ask her to stop. Hina! Why? Why wouldn't you talk to me? So now Hina's... So I can't talk to Hina. Byakuya, you're reasonable. Come on. Oh, Byakuya. Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if you're a friend. Hey, Byakuya, wait! But of course he didn't. He just walked away. What the... Why is he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. That's Byakuya for you, I feel like. So... It's not like... It's not like it's totally suspicious. Okay, the garden. Hero. Don't run. Hey, Hero. Makoto. What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No. Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Hero, what's wrong? I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook that time. It was like he was avoiding me. Like he was afraid of me. Why? Get in! Go over there, yes. Okay. That pissed me off. Almost. Okay, I decided to visit the biolab one more time. And the first thing I saw when I got there was her passed out. Huh? Toko! Toko, are you okay? No, she's not dead, is she? Oh, God. Ugh. It's cold, it's super cold. It's so cold I think I might catch a cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
I see!
I was asleep? I must have fainted again. I thought you were standing there staring at me getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't.
Have
Oh,
you reached that certain age?
Then what? Hot bothered? Straight up horny? Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know, the last thing I remembered was me waking up just now. What'd you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right, your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo, bazinga! We share some basic knowledge power. Memories are sure very much separate.
You SOB!
And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember.
Yes!
So it's like double the memory. No, it's more like half. Genocide Jack's memory.
Huh?
But all I want to know is where my little darling is. Tell me now or I slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Byakuya's around here somewhere doing his own investigation.
Yes,
By
yes!
himself? I assume so.
I'm on
I
fire!
totally knew it. I'm totally pro when it comes to all things master. Hey, Ray, I gotta go. I can't believe how lonely he must be right now. God, that's Toko Shaw, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. The body that was taken out. Bridge, it's open. But I'm sure they're all shut tight last time I was here. I know who this is. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
She faints so easily. Kyoko!
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
Oh. Are you okay? I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize. Listen, about this room. Oh yeah, it's
It would
a
seem...
morgue. Yeah,
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and well, there you have it. You knew she fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem...
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slab there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why is everything gotta be so difficult with her?
Anyway...
Anyway, we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good
Makoto.
idea. Wait, should we investigate it? Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched, but suddenly she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Huh? How come? Because Mukuro's body is in here. Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body is inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time. The mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then...
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there, that's it. Well, let's investigate everything. You know, I think I've seen the tarp like this somewhere before. Oh, now I get to Ah, it's the same one I found in the garden. I remembered. Biolab. And there's a tarp that's the tarp that was used to camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the biolab and took it over there. Okay, there we go. Check out the lights. The left side.
It would seem
the blue light comes on when a slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around the number of lights that are on, including Muko's. There's 9 in all. 9? 9 lights. Yes. I think. I should ask Kyoko about that GoPro. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt you investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about the announcement Makuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Oh, why not?
because
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own, without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Staying here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Jeez. Great, geez, that was fast.
indeed.
Anyone could do the good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So what did you find, Nate? So did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and traces of blood. It seems highly likely that the stomach wound and the blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Then, what was the fatal injury? Due to the... we already know. It's from multiple wounds all over the body. We don't know. The only other option is those other wounds, but that file said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they're old?
Because
All the Makuma file says they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
Wrong.
But the difference is immense, considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be echoing several days old with simply old.
However,
But that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds, it makes it sound like they've been there forever. Like they've been not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it. So this body must have been in storage. That's the only reason I could come up with. And then they brought it out with freaking... Okay, I think I'm starting to get it. Okay.
so then,
What if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
at the very least,
Certainly you can allow it as one of my possibilities, can't you? One of many.
right.
Detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words,
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of the possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep that in mind for the future. Okay, Kyoko's.
hey,
So if there's anything else you want to know about the... Okay. The condition of life. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her weight and height.
So...
Wait. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? You remembered all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then...
Indeed.
And don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's no absolute mistake.
Indeed.
Our victim in the case is without a doubt Mukuro Ikisaba. Mukuro Ikisaba has been updated to the truth section of your handbook. Okay.
And?
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
So then...
It looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh wait, we're not going to put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
Why?
Sad? Did you forget she was our enemy once? Part of the ultimate despair? But she's still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey.
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still. You're really hard naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So then...
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Ah, hold on. We still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in that locker. Okay. If I don't do it now... Okay, Kyoko. Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I did have one last thing. I know I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
What?
Go ahead, then. Out with it. Have you really not seen your dad, even once since you got here?
What?
What?
So...
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
Indeed.
I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in Headmaster's room. In Headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found the pocketbook. After looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, your father.
What? If that's true...
What does that mean? The video was real too. Video?
Makoto.
Makoto, I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal the cohesive picture. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could ever imagine. What you... No, I can't. Plus, I'm not going to be on here for a little bit. Look, I'm doing stuff, Troy. I'm busy. Okay? I'm not trying to be rude, but... I want to do stuff on my own, okay? I don't want to be bothered. It's not that I don't like you, it's... just gets annoying. What are you talking about? I need to investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes. Okay. Oh, let me just give you the Handmaster's handbook. That way you
So...
can... That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker?
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. A DVD? It says Class 78, Urgent Interview.
So...
I found it in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and you'll see for yourself. I think you'll realize what it means. You'll understand why you find my handbook in that place none of us have ever been before. None of this makes any sense right now. But I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. Okay.
Makoto.
Oh, now it's my turn. You have a second to listen to me ramble.
In other words...
So as it turns out, arrangements I've made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said that. Her smile was filled with sorrow.
Whew.
So that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keep this in mind. There's only one absolute truth. Whether the truth serves justice or suffering. Whether the greatness, truth, or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up on hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good for, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the last trial. Leaving behind the final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I better get going myself. The final clue that I need to check out. Okay, I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head over to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about that hopeless truth. But no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it means it's the worst truth in the world. I can't afford to lose. Okay. So there's only one place to check that DVD. Okay. Where is it? No, not there. No. There. Yeah, did I pass it? Oh. There. AV room. This should be the last place to check. Okay. Let's do this. This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have been... Oh. Yeah. 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 What? You're muffled. I can't... What? You're at the beach? Comment. Oh, comment 8 to ask to hang out? Okay. Like at mom's house? Okay. I'll see you. So she's gonna drop you off? Okay. Okay. I'll see you later then. Bye. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay. It must have been only a few seconds, but to me, it felt like an eternity. Okay. And then all of a sudden, image appeared. Okay. Sayaka? It took me by total surprise. I haven't been seeing Sayaka in who knows how long. And there she
Okay
was.
then, are you ready to begin?
So that's the headmaster, I believe. The voice I heard. It's a man positioned on the one side of the screen. Was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spend the rest of your life in the school? Except... What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this.
I totally forgot Sayaka's voice.
Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
Okay. As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There was a lot I had and understood up until now. But only this. I simply couldn't comprehend why it hurt. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad, she tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed the sunlight on the monitor. The video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And if I wasn't confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Okay. Huh? What I saw was me. And possibly undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Yes. Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having this, what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. I wouldn't call that normal. You just said yes, like it was all weird. I don't know why. But the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down and talking to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school.
Huh.
Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said
I'm
yes.
sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Okay. Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Yakuya. Toko. Ina. Everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in this school forever. And then Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met with him. She sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father, and we asked her When we asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Oopsie, looks like it broke. Out of service. What, it just so happened to break just now?
Too bad.
Now then, when doesn't matter. Now then, when doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure my ass, you cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I wanted to watch the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He'd ask the same question, and they all say yes. I can't help myself. I let out a huge expiration sign. But as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
Strange separation.
It would seem...
Thinking back, my memory is gone. It's gone. I couldn't remember why I came to this school. My ability. Huh. What made you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? Okay. Isn't convenient. A convenient outcome? Something that seemed totally obvious work in favor of the mastermind? So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? That's what it seems like. Or... interview DVD. Oh, here we go. Ooh.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no, although that dawn is, there is no, of course, the net, but as I said, which is why anyway, the beginning of the everyone gather.
Yeah, okay, we know. It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. Let's do this. I am going to finish this. I'm going to finally finish this game. Finally. Okay. Freaking text? Okay. I guess I'm the first one. I guess I'm the first one here this time.
Makoto,
You're early, Makoto.
listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However,
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said. Byakuya. Byakuya? They arrived one after another, but they were all in the same state of shock. Hina? Hiro? Silence. And it wasn't a normal silence. It was like, but definitely in silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
You called for me and so I appeared!
I'm not talking in her voice. That's... she's...
I'm on fire! Yes! My beautiful scissors!
But I thought you couldn't kill anyone. So adorable little boys. Where am I? Okay. No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay. Hey, well then, let's begin.
Chills! Chills! Chills!
Going to be slathered in pitch black despair. By maximum sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right. This is the final class trial, and this time it will be fair.
How strange.
What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know.
Unbelievable.
If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today, I'm feeling white.
That is I'm feeling white? What?
I can't.
Oh god, that is so funny. And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope. I don't know.
Stop talking.
Enough with your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
You guys.
So don't try to run away. Laughing as loud as ever, mocking with disappear. Whatever.
In the name of my
This
family.
will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first to enter the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Yep. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey,
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
however,
But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
however,
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial. Yeah, you're right. I'm ready.
so...
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. Time to do this. I started making my way toward the opening. Step after step toward the gaping maw. I resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Okay. Without warning, it began to descend, deeper and deeper. Deeper still. Deeper. Let's get to the point. Close my eyes. All sound to disappear. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the general vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. Here we go. This is the final trial site? What do you think? Is it just the perfect background with the sign of person's face?
Yahoo!
Long-awaited last stage. The always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit on this one. And on this one, I'll just sit right here in the bank and 16th seat.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Yeah, I'll be able to play with you after this final trial. This game is coming to an end. I wanted to finish this game in one big huge part. In one final big recording. That's why I didn't want to be bothered. I mean, you can still watch. I don't mind. It's just... Okay. Do I have any other skills? I think I got all my skills ready to go. And it's pretty good skills, too. I got, like, increase in bullet capacity. No, I don't. Otherwise, I will have been already at work. After all, it's already 5. So... Okay. Melodious voice increases damage to opponent. When a statement is destroyed, effective during the bullet time battle. Okay. Focus gauge decreases slowly during the concentration fever time, and everything looks good. Okay. Opening key handbook. The truth bullets. How many bullets do we have? 17. Places to check. I don't think that's going to be important. Control room, the tarp, Mukuro's profile, ultimate despair. This might be important. Maybe the photo. Headmaster's e-handbook, locker notebook, locker pocketbook, Bio Lab secret, the lights, group photo, Genocide Jack's memory, Yoko's account, the interview DVD. So now that we know all the bullets, time for the final trial. This is going to be a long one,
Since this
too.
will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule.
This is going to be a long one, too. They're going to talk a lot.
So listen up! If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win! But if you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not! Bears never go back on their word!
How do I know that?
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Is the mastermind only one person?
Huh?
Don't bother. I already know the answer. You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me! I'm right, aren't I? I knew it!
Okay. I have to figure out what he's talking about. Let's go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my... You're all out to get me. And I have evidence.
What a coincidence. Evidence that proves everyone...
What? This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
Everyone,
No, that's wrong.
I have evidence too, bitch. Yeah. You're not the only one.
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What the hell? Oh, Dark... What is that?
What? You too?
Okay, I got a message from Play Store. Oh, Dr. Mario? What?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Okay.
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different.
Oh, so everyone's got
With the
different
picture
photos.
you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. Because in my picture... See? I'm the only one not in it.
Okay, let me see this. We have Junko over there, Chihiro, Sayaka, Hifumi, Celeste, Leon, me, who's very weak. At least I'm faster than Hifumi, it seems. But Sakura's lapping around these everyone. There's Kyoko, Yashihiro, Mukuro, dead girl who we're having a trial for. There's Mondo, Yakuya, Toko. Okay. Why? Okay. Junko's face is being covered in my photo and this photo, so that's weird. There's some sort of connection there. I figured as much. In which
Hiro, you have a picture too, right?
Okay.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
I don't know about that, but okay. Okay. Yeah, Junko's face is also covered. This one too. It's just as like I thought. Okay. Everyone's here. Even Mukuro. Oh, that's the... Oh, Genocide Jill is sticking her tongue out right there. Okay.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one
But
missing.
you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusation?
Proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each foe has discerned something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. And that person is the ones who got the photos.
I got it! In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing.
Okay.
In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing.
Okay.
And in the picture Hiro got...
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Okay. Yep, Junko is also.
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out.
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
But you know, there might be more to it than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Okay, Byakuya's picture. Junko. Why is there a fish in the pool? Okay. New picture. Okay. My picture. Okay. There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't pin down. Something. Okay, group photo has been updated.
Can you just forget about the photo? Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No. I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that. So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong. I don't remember taking this picture either. Is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's a fake. There might be another reason. Some terrible reason. An unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason. Hey, name's Gambit. Amnesia, I believe. If I remember. I need a M. Where's my M's? S and an A.
Now I understand.
Yeah. Still got this. Still
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it. Could.
Oh, I get it.
Okay.
So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense. As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Yeah! We all lost our memories? That's just crazy!
It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it. But no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. You can't move forward until they accept it. And there's another way to prove it besides those pictures. It's either the notebook or the pocket book, whichever is which. I don't know. Or the interview DVD. Yes. The interview DVD.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi?
I promise you, I haven't lost mine ever since I got to this school. I remember everything that's happened.
So
No.
the idea that we all
Shit.
lost our memories.
It's totally stupid! Obviously!
There must be more.
You're saying we all got spun. Since when did this turn into some kind
I promise you, I haven't lost ever since I remember everything that's happened.
Nope. You
No,
didn't
that's
remember
wrong.
everything.
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
No, it's nothing like that.
Okay.
It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean
I mean all of us, including you.
you lie! I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself. The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
Oh.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here!
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remember. You don't remember choosing to live here forever. Or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here for... That's just insane! How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
then
Hey.
I really...
What? Huh? We're good.
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my head hurt.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie, you figured that part out too.
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time. But how could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come, that hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memory.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
You mean the motive you came up with? To try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from...
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the...
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, well, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, The one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind. That's what we need to expose. Okay. The Saba's profile handbook.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure.
But when you think of it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course, they have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so...
What?
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no... The mastermind is probably a million miles away.
No, that's wrong. There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time, so there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
What?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
Ooh. Yep. There's only... Hello. How's it going? Doing game. We begin with these 16 students. Okay.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
How'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the master-
Well, it's not me!
I blame Makoto!
What? Why me?
Cuz! It's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed!
Oh, I get it! The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself,
Did
right?
you forget it was alter ego that made me survive?
Aw, nuts! You got me!
You idiots.
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough.
That's a good point.
Damn it. Didn't mean to.
Rather than
skip
wasting
that.
time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about? If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing.
What
We
killed her?
haven't fully established what Mukuro's
Yep.
fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Muko's actual cause of death hasn't been, it wasn't the stab wound because that was disguised, and so was this, so that means...
I got it! All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
The body was covered with all other wounds, but those were at least several days
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old. That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right?
Nope,
So that means,
you're wrong.
you know... You're wrong. She denied me. Before I could even say anything. Come on. I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
If you're so certain we're going to deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? Okay. Okay, Mukuro's profile, I believe.
Mukuro was the ultimate
Shit,
soldier.
I got it.
She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously,
She got all those wounds.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong. No,
Who the fuck
Mukuro
did it?
didn't suffer those wounds in battle.
Like, did the murder? Like, or who got killed? That's what we're trying to figure out, I'm pretty sure. But Mukuro is the one that died.
The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
to be denied so completely. Actually, it's... maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Please stop talking already. Okay.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school, in which case, they could be the very thing that killed.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Okay. Mukuro's fatal injury. Okay. Kill the bitch who keeps being nervous.
But if that's what killed her...
I can't really kill her. I mean, she has to die on her own. I don't think she's the killer. I have to prove if she is the killer, but...
Then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
In order to kill her, but okay.
That's
okay.
exactly what it means. When we found her
Okay.
body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night?
Oh yeah, we were attacked. Weren't we?
Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her.
It's a mask. There's no way to tell that was actually her.
So who was it that attacked you?
It can't be the headmaster. He's dead. Mukuro's dead. So
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me, but I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in.
No, keep your mouth shut. and
Let's
listen.
start off with a nice, easy question.
Okay.
Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean,
For now,
that's the whole point
For
of a
now,
mask.
Makuma.
The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think.
Sure.
Do you have any evidence
Yep.
that might convince me otherwise?
No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me. Even if I didn't see her face. There's still other body parts that I can see. Her hands. Mukuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo. Comparing that to the masked attacker, yes. It should be obvious. You're going down, Makuma.
You never saw their face, so you can't have any... I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro...
You're wrong. There's another part of the attack.
Oh? Is it the right hand or the left hand? Maybe the right foot. Or perhaps the left foot. Or could it be the hips?
Okay, tattoo. Am I supposed to Is there a face?
You never saw their face, so you can't have any. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusama!
You're wrong.
Where am
There's
I?
another part of the.
Oh? And what is it, the right hand or the left hand? Maybe the right foot. Or perhaps, or could it be the
Let me
hips?
think.
You never
Okay,
saw
I think
their face,
That's not the
right?
right bullet. Okay,
So you.
hold on. What is this? I need to see what this says. This doesn't say anything about the tattoo, so I can't use that.
You
Okay.
can't have any idea.
I'm telling you now. You're wrong. There's another part of the.
Oh? Is it the right hand or the left hand?
I think right.
Maybe the. Or perhaps. Or could it be the hips? You never saw their face, so you can't have any idea. I'm telling you now,
It was Mukuro Ikusama.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah. Your face, Marshuma.
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correct. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked. And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yep.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so...
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you, but what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
Nope.
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Before anyone could say anything. Ooh. Ooh, look at her hand. I don't know what that it is, but Kyoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. There's more than just a little burnt skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
Okay.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind,
Okay.
it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on. Okay. You
My
almost done?
scars should suffice as proof.
I don't think... Not close. Not yet. Like I said, it's very long.
Makoto,
Did
did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
Okay. Nope. I killed
No,
her.
not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours. Sorry. Did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet, because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally...
That's true. All we know right now.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
30 minutes? What do you mean? Alright.
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed.
Then, she was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a body here,
There's only one place.
I got it!
The biolab.
Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the...
Yep.
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
The tarp.
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is... the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
oh, it says biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterward.
Wow, you made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
But that's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened, but you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous, because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
Inconsistency in the biolab?
La la la, I can't hear you.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore it.
I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency.
Hey, by the way, Makoto, what about that one
What one thing?
What do you think? I'm talking of your family.
What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
Yeah, bring that up just now.
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still
Yeah,
okay?
that's just what pissed me off and try to get you.
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting closer to the biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. The inconsistency has to be one area where the numbers just don't match up. Let's do it. Yes. Oh god, full-time battle. Shit.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? Proof! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this?
Crap. No, I don't want that.
What? What do you want? Are you sure about this?
Okay, here we go.
I'm not listening!
Oh, no, nah. Biolab
This
light
should prove it.
in your face. Monokuma.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is... the light!
What are you talking about? What about the light?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
And if I remembered, hold on, let me see this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's 10 from Mukuro. So one of these people are alive. Okay.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
9 nights doesn't make sense. There should be 10 lights.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Yep.
Suspicious? Why?
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right. Sayaka died first. Junko second. Wait. Junko suffered the same wounds as... Oh. Junko's alive. Me and Rose Bird. Chihiro was 4th. Mondo was 5th. Taka was 6th. Rikumi was 7th. Butch was 8th. Taka was 9th. And then victim number 10, Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab...
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths. But there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be?
The reason there are less bodies than murders. Explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? The same person was killed.
I got it! What about if the same person was killed twice?
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
Oh, killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious because Kyoko's totally delusional.
I think you're just freaking trying to... I don't know. Come on.
Who is this someone else? Was it Sayaka,
Junko Enoshima, Leon Kuwata?
Oh, shit.
Chihiro Fujisaki, Mondo, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Murdered twice. Oh yeah, he was murdered twice.
Who is
Let's
this
go.
someone? Was it
Saya Junko Enoshima,
No, shit,
Leon
fuck.
Kuwata,
Chihiro, Mondo,
damn it.
Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial,
or maybe... No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Why did I have to? Okay.
Who is this someone? Was it
Sayaka Junko Enoshima?
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Junko was killed twice, baby.
Junko, wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Yep, stabbed.
Well,
Over.
remember what happened? She was impaled by a bunch of spears. All over her.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered...
Then the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have... Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long, before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikus.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds
Then, it's really true? Mukuro... Wait, so then... Yeah, what does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but not, which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity.
Who is it? Who's behind all...
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro.
No, because the
She
tattoo
took
proves it.
Junko and made it look like she was the one. So Mukuro... Total silence? Then I must be right.
No, Mukuro alive. That's the one that's still alive is Mukuro, but do we really believe that? No, there's no way. There's no way Mukuro Saba is alive. Because of the tattoo. We already proved that.
The body we found in the garden, it wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive.
That's right. She made it look like Junko, so the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma?
The body we found, it wasn't Mukuro.
That's what you think.
No, that's wrong.
Yep, it matched the... Oh, I forgot. It matched the thing.
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were everything in her profile is
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind...
Junko, where is she? There she is.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other But we saw her get impaled.
Yep.
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
That's because it is. It was Mukuro.
But
who
you
died
yourself
as
confirmed
Junko.
she was dead, did you?
How do you mention it? Yep. Please. She really is dead. Yep. I did check. Absolutely.
She was dead.
So...
It must be...
Then you're with...
I know you gave it your best shot. Too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already.
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to... Junko, absolute...
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of...
I think we need to look at this from the...
Huh?
Opposite direction.
Let's assume Junko is still alive.
How could Junko survive? Yep. Switched. Switch places. Oh great. I have to freaking do this hangman thing. Okay. Replace. Where's the E? Play. Hey. Ow. No. Okay.
Now I understand. That's it. What if she switched places with someone else? Switched? That's right. Before the... Specifically, Mukuro Ikusa.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching. That had to be Junko who...
Yeah, you're saying they switched?
I know, Wendy.
Right when she was,
Good point. There's just no... So maybe the whole idea is...
There has to be some sort of like...
I got it!
Beginning.
The two of them may have...
What? From the beginning.
Yes, from the moment we first... If that's when they switched... Then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment... After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko was actually Mukuro all along?
Yep.
Then we'd already met her?
I had, like, a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko. And we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand. Junko never had any tattoo like that, did...
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished.
And that would explain why she had fake nails that looked like Junko's.
Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
Yep.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so... This whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure. Making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity. When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit, but he can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter, because I already figured out. Not just once, but twice. the photos. No.
Shoot! I got it!
The DVD. Yes.
While I was in the AV room.
The DVD turned off. He cut it off. It was going to show the face.
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke.
No, it was a fluke. The mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. And that's not the only time he tried to hide Junko's identity. The mastermind tried to cover up with one piece of evidence. I gotta reveal that. Oh god, I gotta do this again. Bullet time battle. Yeah.
What? What do you want? What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up! That's impossible!
Yeah.
That's impossible!
Makoto.
This should prove
In
it.
your face. Makuma. Ah.
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Oh.
I noticed it just a little while ago. When we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity. An unusual
What's so unusual?
All these pictures. You couldn't see her face. Junko's face was covered. Junko's face.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face. It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here, which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything. Right now.
Ah, great. We have to do the climax thing. Fuck. Why do I have to do this shit? Okay. No. I don't know for that. I'm guessing this. No. That's not right. Okay, I don't know. This doesn't look right. Hold on.
The killer is you!
Here we go. I figured this out.
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived, but that wasn't the real... The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place, and that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school. So she put on a mask and then attacked. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the... Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place.
Oh no. Boom. Explosions.
Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy what she needed to hide the body's true eye. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling. The real Junko and Oshima! That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed your...
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
There we go. The real Junko. Oh my god. The ultimate despair. Junko.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear. If you swear your fealty to us, We will reward you with half of the entire world! We've even drawn up the deed already! We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
No.
Oh, did you think I was
Even though I
being
probably
serious?
want home cooking.
So, it's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what
now.
kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the mastermind? She's the real Junko
Anyway,
Mishima?
looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easily.
Stop talking
face.
slow.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before arriving at the
got
school.
it! That's right!
The
It was
magazines.
before I ever came to this school. And you were on it!
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
That's true.
So I was
have a good
right.
memory.
Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
Photoshop. That was what Mukuro tried to
Sometimes
disguise.
a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is she tried her best. But there's
Okay.
just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people
So you're
can
the
never
real
become
mastermind.
one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Twins?
I know. It's such a
So
cliche,
you
right?
killed your twin sister.
I'm almost embarrassed to admit it.
Damn.
So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship. The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima! And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
Whoa! She's a totally different person now!
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell! I even get fucking bored with myself! But if you're twins, why do you have different last names?
You're done. No,
Oh,
not yet.
that again?
Like
you
I
have
said,
any
it's very
idea how many
long.
times people ask me that shit?
Hold on.
Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But
I love.
if she
I
was
love
your
her
twin,
reactions.
that means you killed.
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
Oh, now she's putting on the glasses. She's becoming smarter.
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the
God.
killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone,
sorry.
things like that.
Chloe. I'm not sure. Well, it depends on how long this is. How long they keep talking. Because this dialogue is very long. Like, very long. Like, I can't explain to you how long it is.
But after looking at the situation,
Sometimes
I
they
determined
repeat
it
the
would
same
be
dialogue.
impossible for Mukuro
Like-
to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but besides, 15, of course. The fact that she was the ultimate soldier, she had what I
Well,
call
I'm
the
gonna
three
try to skip this
atrocities.
as much as possible.
Atrociously ranked, it was atrocious. Meanwhile,
And that's
sadly, her inability to match my she was nothing more than a bit player, being the utter disappointment that she, which is
to the point
precisely
stuff.
why I killed her. Well, no.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter. If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so
I
boring.
hate how she changes her personality.
So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro.
in other words, Mukuro's death was just as I said. When Mukuro was killed,
Yeah, she was surprised. What? Huh? wasn't by me.
Well, you're right. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
Probably. Hold on.
How can you talk? You sacrificed your own sister.
What? I sacrificed? Jeez, we were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope. No, I felt despair as long as I could when I was born. I cried, so that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything.
They're freaky. Probably the worst people you'll ever meet in your life.
We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regrets.
So you just murdered your own... That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so... excited.
I don't know.
Huh? Killing my precious sister with
try to
my
hurry
own
this
two
up.
hands. That act is filled
Like I
with so
said.
much despair. It's like super. It just feels.
What the hell is wrong with you?
And my sister too.
He's
In that
speaking the same
moment of
thing I am.
death, I think she must have felt that. After all, to be murdered by your own... She must have died feeling... I'm so jealous of her.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of...
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe...
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother...
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak. So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No. I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you...
Yeah, Master's way more perfect.
Oh, here
Because
we
on top
go.
of everything else, he's got that
got-
noble blood. Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
Ooh, don't piss off the Yakuya.
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so
Yeah, we still got to figure out the
slow.
mystery of the school.
You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are. Yeah,
Are you talking about our...
you've already solved this mystery, right?
Damn.
I'm the killer. So maybe you should solve the riddle of your
Damn straight. That's exactly what we're going to... And then...
Alright, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal?
When the group pictures were taken, I got it. It must...
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things.
Thinking back to one Naruto mission, the memory is stolen. Last trials? Okay, I'm an idiot. Sorry.
Shoot!
Oh, I screwed up on that one. Okay. So it wasn't that. The motives. Oh, it was the motives.
I got it!
I was thinking
You're talking
flesh
about the
cells,
motives
because-
you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then, let me ask you, did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific... Yep, you got it. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the...
What was the theme? Human
I
connection.
got it!
I
The
believe.
driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connection.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Each video showed the total destruction. For example...
Family. My
For
friends.
example... I ruined all those relationships and showed you the... It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill, but still... What a cruel...
You're the one that did it.
Yes, well... I'm perfectly happy to accept...
Okay. So
Second motive. Okay. Theme. Whoops. That was the past, if I believe.
I got it! It was our past, right?
yay! Makoto got it right again. That time the
Why
theme
do I
was
always feel like I'm the one doing all the work?
embarrassing memories and
I'm like the best
secrets.
detective. Better than anyone.
And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect.
So, How long do you plan?
Relax, relax. So, what?
Third theme murder thing. Was just greed.
I got it!
Because money.
It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again! Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a her greed led to all kinds of death!
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go.
Ooh, I like that compliment.
Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
If I had to remember, it was betrayal.
I got it! In her case, it was betrayal.
Precisely. Once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that... Anyway, it looks like you...
But what's the point? What meaning is there?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal...
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in the... In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other. This is what we refer to as the seed of
Seed of
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs and that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your...
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories...
And plus, you haven't given us any hope.
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape. The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
So their memories don't want to make them leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I put so much effort, so just like Crazy Yeti slashing his
Then hurry!
Okie dokie! I'd like for you to...
You mean the...
So something really
Now are you interested? See your... Behold! This is the outside world,
Okay,
you...
outside world. Show us. Oh, great. Markuma took over. Giving the world despair. Everyone's killing each other. Destroying the world. Great. Oh, great.
What the...
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense!
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
Then you will remember Markuma from a movie.
What you
so,
just
okay.
saw. All of you should recognize.
Okay. We should recognize it? What about it should we recognize? This whole thing
That
is
world is locked away within the memory. If you can't remember. Better kick your brain in the ass! Cause it's up to that gray lump whether you live or I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more! Cause for the fun!
Okay. We need to figure out who can remember. Just like Jack. She can remember because she doesn't share a memory with just...
Come on, bitches! Remember or what the fuck happened?
You want us to when it comes to that crazy, confusing I don't understand a damn-
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical-
I mean, you're telling us to remember. What am I supposed to be remembering?
If nobody can remember anything.
Just like Jill can.
No, that's wrong.
Help us. Toko. Toko, change. Now.
Actually, the other Toko. Genocide Jack.
Hold on.
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. Then even if one person...
What are you...
Are you... No!
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on.
Byakuya even...
Dun, da, da, da! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer!
Oh, friend. Oh, now it's a reference to Spider.
Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about—
Huh? What?
The video that's playing right...
Who the hell are you?
Oh,
Oh, nice to meet...
nice to meet you.
That's enough! Just...
Aye, aye!
Okay. The video. Juko. Toko. Tell us, what is this?
Well?
I don't have all the... Of course it...
Then you remember all the...
Of course I do!
So you didn't lose your...
Then why didn't you... I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me! I'm the quiet... Oh my god, she's the worst...
More importantly, if you really—
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
The tragedy.
The tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can...
Just answer the question. What happened?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still... But it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event. What is? Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is...
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything.
Copy that, darling. Okay,
Okay.
so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy. It was so big and
Weird.
so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the...
Okay.
I guess you could say what happened was man... But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster. Either way, there's no doubt that it was the... And as a result, in basically no time... The world turned out the way it did.
That's all there is to it? Come on!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time. So why don't...
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
Oh! I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die!
Okay, that's enough of your little... Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact... The end justifies the means. The world has ended.
How can the world just end? It's the world!
Mom, right?
Calm down. It's okay. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
True.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous. It's the story of the Togami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all it...
What?
I'm glad to see you took the... You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary.
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
Oh. Well, apparently it's just Togami.
Correct!
But I didn't say anything yet.
I just got to fucking... Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right?
So, no matter what you pick, you get the...
But, do you think it might be a disease?
Okay.
Getting bored so...
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated!
His whole family's dead?
What? What the hell are you talking about?
Damn.
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Togami name has perished.
So he's the only one left.
Stop with these idiotic jokes!
Stop! And said with such authority! A peasant! You must learn your place, peasant! You are no longer...
They couldn't possibly be gone!
Hell, there is no world anymore!
Hold on! That doesn't make any... There's no way that happened to you! I mean, we only can't...
Oh, a few weeks, okay.
If some kind of world-ending event, then how do you explain the totally normal...
Had mistake? Well, if it sounds like you think... Well, yeah. A few. Ooh, I get it. You're saying...
Huh?
Well, I mean, you guys all.
Wait, what? 2 years, what is that?
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, and the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may. So, you must surely. What are the memories?
Come now, answer us.
Our school life, so we have to answer. If we don't, we're still lose. If we came here 2 years ago, the last few weeks, our entire past, our life had Hope's Peak.
I got it! If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years. After.
Nope. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says.
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memory?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy.
So that means everyone we known, we thought we didn't know, were actually friends, and they killed each other for nothing. Damn. Those motives never even mattered anymore. Because everything was already. No, that is so bad.
And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life. That's not.
Well, I think that too. I don't want to believe it, but that's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to say. We have no choice but to accept it. You have to make people accept it. Okay. Oh god, that was a close-up of his face. That spooked me. Okay.
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years?
I think.
Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school. Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
Not true.
No, that's wrong.
I know it's hard to believe.
Hero, there's something. This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why's mine?
I found it in the locker room on the. If you don't mind, could you?
Okay.
Sure, whatever you want.
It's his handwriting.
What's is that the?
It's kinda. What the? This is absolutely my hand. But how is this? I don't remember ever writing it. No.
It looks like you actually did attend, but somehow.
Lies! It's all one.
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. But just like Hero, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years.
After seeing all the.
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on?
You know? She'd be laughing at people's misery.
How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting, and on top of that, something tragically sad. The biggest, most awful, right before everyone's eyes. The world. You absorbed all that despair, but then you. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject your. Oh, and there's one other thing.
Actually, never mind.
What?
Everyone always talks big. This world is just.
What are you talking?
In a way, to give yourself over so completely to such.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourself.
Figure out
where your memories come apart.
I think I know where it comes apart. When we entered Hope's Peak. When I fainted.
I got it!
I believe. Yeah.
The moment I lost my memory.
Fainted. Right there.
When I first came to the gates of this, when I passed out.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone and your sense of time got all messed up because of the I guess it must have been something.
After I passed out,
Okay, woke up on his head on the desk.
I assumed not much time had passed.
Really?
The reason it felt so short was because...
You got it, honey! 2 years of memories? Poof!
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actual. Unaware of this fact, you took the time to...
But by that point, we'd already spent... That's what those photos...
Yep.
You were all such close friends. And it was all so you could escape. What a...
You're the one who said...
I love you all so...
What?
Once your school life here began, it's only natural.
So, since I love you guys so, all about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair.
The ultimate despair, all mankind. Okay.
Let's go back in time. Back to when everyone first came. School life during that first year. Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only...
Okay.
Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing... The biggest, most awful, most tragic event...
Tragedy.
All too soon. And as you can imagine, the tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What
Oh God.
are you?
What do you...
The most tragic event in human history. And the ultimate... I can't believe it's all because of just you. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredible...
You have a point. If I had... It was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a...
Okay.
Everyone is capable. And now the entire world has fallen...
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
Right.
I just don't
So if we
understand
escape
why.
this place, the world is our enemy. Okay.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to... Okay. Hope's Peak had taken so much. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
So we were the only ones
And then,
left.
something
Christian.
super neat. Now pay attention, because this... So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was... That's right. Ah, I said it twice.
This
Now.
is shelter.
Someone was responsible for that transformation. For creating what would eventually... Do any of you know who that...
It's the headmaster.
I got it!
You'll
Could
survive.
only have been... He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and to protect us from the despair and tragedy. That's why he asked us to say that we were willing to live in this school.
Damn.
We believe he had something like that in mind. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a... Yeah, the headmaster put...
And because we had that... That's why we all...
We all agreed
But
to the
creating the shelter was also... It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter became a cage that made it impossible for... I have to say...
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors. Under the headmaster's direction, you all...
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it, and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter,
Right.
it was time for me and Mukuro to... And thus began the killing.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting. That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could...
You only let us live? So we could go around killing...
Why?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school deathmatch. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every life.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. So I thought I should show them.
Well, what?
Yeah, quite well. You hijacked the airwaves, if I remembered. I need an I. And a J. Where's the J's?
Now I understand.
Yeah, go on. Keep going. Okay.
You're talking about you, huh?
Uh-huh. That to show the world the murders taking place at this school.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair! The world watched as you fell into despair, and began. Despair is as contagious as any disease.
Isn't the... By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come...
Are you serious? But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Expelled them?
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Boy.
Well, sure, but I also
So
gave
we
you
were
a second
fake
chance at
free.
life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
You suck.
Sorry, that's a
Freaking
lie.
Tito.
I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you. And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth, how would you react? What?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense.
Truth can be full of despair, too! Like right fucking now!
Yeah, true full of despair.
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having...
Meaningless? We've been murdering each other for nothing?
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
We get it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already. So help us. I'll do anything. Just help me.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never
should be
witnessed
almost
such a
done.
travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it.
Okay.
And since there's no reason, there's no argument, no understand.
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you... But there's no real reason for us to...
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for my... So I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as...
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. If so...
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go? Well, you better not. You go out and trust me. I'm not lying.
Well, I refuse to give in. I refuse for the sake of everyone.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I didn't kill anyone.
And that's all it took for you to start. That's why anyone...
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair? Hell yes!
No! This isn't just some game to... It's murder! Plain and simple! You stole our memories. Invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all in... It's all your fault!
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter.
Oh god, here we
have
go.
to...
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did... Oh, and also, since this'll be the...
What?
You guys so full of hope, I've decided to have you vote. If even one of you votes to punish hope, I'll consider that a win for me, and punish it.
Even if it's just...
Oh, but don't worry.
Even if you don't, you've still got the up...
It's okay. Nobody would actually...
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. You'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. Nope.
You mean
We'd have to just...
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and...
Enter a world fallen from grace.
What are you saying?
Wait a sec! I just got... Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? So, here's what'll happen. What?
Do you mean to say?
And I get to decide who's gonna have... Makoto! You're up!
Oh,
Me?
Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
and I hate you too. Freaking Junko.
So let me make this clear.
Wait.
Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope, then only Makoto will receive a harsh
Right.
punishment, and the
Have to
rest of you
receive
will live
punishment.
here in peace.
Only one.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all...
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your life.
Sacrifice me, but that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost
Makoto.
confidence? Are you afraid of me? Don't you have faith?
No! That's not...
It's okay. You're right. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of...
Oh, please stop talking.
Guys?
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces eroded by despair.
Besides, Kyoko...
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only
Damn it,
wish
don't you
was that
persuade her.
all of you would
Don't
survive,
you mess
right?
with Kyoko.
That's why he tried to trap you all here after. The least you can do is try...
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most...
So, who do you think's gonna give it?
No one. We're not gonna lose!
So boring. Well, that's fine. Then look, it's time for the
Okay.
final vote. And your stupid...
Okay, the final vote. This is it. The ultimate contradiction. I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair. That's not really living at all. I have to give them hope. Come on, Makoto. Where is it? Where am I?
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die,
That would be the end of...
Don't give up hope.
Don't lose hope now!
Yeah.
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place. But to live means moving forward, right? So even if
Yeah.
it's hard, even
on,
if we're
hero.
scared, we don't have any choice, do we? I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's
Yes.
why. That's why. No matter what, I need to get out. The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
Yes, hero.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
No.
if I were to die,
That would be the end.
By
the way, the only reason is thanks to the... If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all of you will have to... You'll have to go into the world outside. So, will you just die?
Ah, damn it. Come on. Ow, don't. Don't. Okay. Use my own help.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
Fuck. Come on.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
by the way,
The air outside is tough. The only reason we're okay is thanks to the air
Come
Don't
on.
lose hope now!
Tina. Don't.
I've been thinking about all this.
Yes.
And I was thinking... You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path
Yeah.
with enthusiasm. That sounds like something she'd say, right?
Yeah, that's exactly
No.
what Sakura would
I
say.
think that's definitely what she... Which is why Yeah! I've made up my mind!
Yeah, Hina.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I've decided...
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air purifier.
Say whatever you want. I've
Yeah.
made my decision.
If I die, in other words,
as the communal life you've all been Meh.
Yeah.
Don't lose hope now.
Come on, Jess, Ideal.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more. Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I've decided.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the say whatever you want. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all been. I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love. All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside.
No, this shit.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die?
Damn it! I'm getting hurt. Come on. I'm almost...
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I need to...
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the say whatever you want. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all been. I can keep on living. All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair.
Yeah.
Don't lose hope now.
Byakuya.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you? Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair. But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you.
Okay.
I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the Mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive.
Yeah.
So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known...
Yeah,
we won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
No.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
Yeah.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the say whatever you want. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all. I can keep on living. All of you will have to. You'll have to go into the world outside.
I already said I would claim the Mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that...
No, Kyoko.
Don't lose hope now.
Yes. Here we go.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that.
Yeah,
just
Kyoko.
because we don't actually know anything. Does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair. You came here to confront despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope. What do you think?
What the hell are you?
Juko, you're going down.
So uncool. Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other, it's all so uncool, so unhip. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame, lame, lame.
I'm not any kind of elite or anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but still. Let's fucking hit her with the truth. Time to fucking do this.
You suck. What do you want?
Oh god.
So uncool. You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who are you? Your idiocy ends here. You're gross.
God damn it.
Suffer from despair. I just love despair.
You suck. What do you want? So uncool.
You're unbearable.
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless.
Suffer from despair. I
just love despair!
Everything is pointless! No. No.
My God. No.
You suck! What do you want? So uncool! You dare to stand against us?
Yes. In your face.
Despair into tomorrow.
Hope keeps on going.
Finally. God, that almost killed me. Good thing I had that more health.
I refuse to give up. I refuse to get bored. I refuse to throw it all away. I refuse to despair. Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving.
What's going on? What's happening?
Here we go. The vote. Ah, B, you. Okay, whatever. I got my A.
It looks like we've reached the end.
We just gotta pull.
Good.
Let's put an end to these with our...
Yeah. Here we go. Ultimate vote. I'm skipping
The
it
hell?
now.
Indeed.
You've lost, Junko.
I lost?
Lost? Me? No way.
Well, that's just...
It can't be. Still don't accept it? Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to onslaught.
What the heck?
But there's no use trying to fight now.
Well, that's just... totally the best!
Oh God, she's into it. Almost.
So this is
Dang.
despair.
This is...
And now I... True despair.
ultimate-
And... True
Anyway.
Totally the...
Not
Okay,
possible.
whatever.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay.
Whatever. Time to...
Hey. However...
No, no. There's one.
Okay. Get this all. Sorry, guys. I'm
It's
doing
fine,
this.
it's fine.
You know what's going to happen. They survive.
It can't...
She punishes herself. There.
So this is how the even a tenth of this I want every last... I want the entire world.
Come on.
Okay.
Let's do this.
I've reserved an extra... Let's give it everything we've got.
The crazy eyes. Here we go. The final punishment. The finale. I said this was going to be the finale and I meant it. It took me a while, but I'm glad. The 1,000 blows, the cage of death. So all the old deaths of the previous losers. Excavator Destroyer. Blast off. After school lesson. Oh boy. Here we go. Ooh. Crushed to death. Okay. And that's how everything came to the final clutch of Juko Yoneshima, the ultimate despair. It was all over. Chapter 6. Done! Benito! Come on. I need to get to the end scene. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Save it. Yep. But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building. Okay. Okay. Goodbye, Despair High School. Epilogue. Okay. Okay. There we go.
Hey. Makoto.
She dropped the button. It's the thing to open the door.
In other words...
Is it actually going to let us leave alive? Probably not. We're not sure. But let's just try. Come on. Let's just get this over with.
Okay.
Going their own way, exploring their own path. It seems like. There goes. Whatever.
Well,
I might be able to pull it off.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still.
I really don't know what. I guess we graduate.
Okay, it looks like hope is really spreading. Yeah, the world's moving forward for us. The door began to open. Oh, here we go. Oh. Oh. A blinding light of whatever. Is it hope or despair? Ooh. Okay.
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting. Like I said at the beginning, I am this school headmaster.
Ooh. That thing's freaking alive now. You received the Easter egg present. Okay. Yay. Okay, everyone. It's done. It's finally done. The first part of the game. The first game of Danganronpa. I mean, there's still the second game that I'm still doing. But that's going to take multiple it's going to take lots of multiple parts. And it's also going to take me a lot of time to be able to finally finish it. Because because the second Danganronpa game is going to be a game that I'm going to be playing with my sister, Navi-chan. And I should be like able to do one, like I should be able to do a recording with her soon. Like not yet, but maybe later, I don't know. But yeah, this is pretty interesting. So it seems like we got some extras and stuff like that. Like for event gallery, movie gallery, artwork, the sound gallery, the school store stuff. It seems like, hold on, let me see what we all have. Yeah. Then there's the school mode, which is a different type of game mode, where you get to actually see like different stories of the characters. You actually get to see what the characters say, like Sayaka or some of the people who died that you couldn't talk to because you didn't have enough free time or anything like that. So yeah, so this is going to be the end of Danganronpa for now, for the first game. And I don't think I'll ever come back to this. But for the Danganronpa 2, there's still more left to be done on that. And it's going to take me forever on that, because judging by how long this game is and how many parts it took me to finish like this game, it's going to be the same amount of time and effort into the other game. So yeah. But for now, I'm not going to do that for a while. I mean, there's other Danganronpa games too. Ones that are not a part of this story, but like this, the third and fourth game that I still don't know if I want to do with my sister or with somebody else or by myself, because I don't know how long that's going to be too. But for now, this is when I'm ending my first official series. Like, this is my first actual series done. Freaking, I'm actually done with my series. Like, so soon I'll probably get done with the second series, soon enough, later on, I don't know when, but probably, I mean, it's actually not soon, because it takes a long time to read the dialogues and keep playing those parts and doing all those different, like, little game modes, like little mini games they have inside the, like, courtroom for the class trials. So yeah, it's going to take me a while, but eventually I will finish this whole series. That is what I'm going to plan on doing. It's going to take me a while, but I will do it, and I will finish it. So, but for now, I'll see you guys next time. This is Chaz Vader, and peace out.